Altcoin Bible, Cardano, Ethereum, stacks. Let's crack straight in on the charts. Super popular crypto Cardano ADA is on my hit list this week as my danger zone. There are cryptos that look worse than this, but I wanted to put this on everyone's radar because it is so popular. It is on weekly support. And if it breaks this, if it loses that level that it's hit 1, 2, 3 times, it's going to about 15 cents, maybe a little bit lower. But that's just what I'm seeing at the moment. And we need to remember too, everyone else is seeing this as well. So there is the contrarian thought here that it's resting on support, it's grinding into it, hasn't broken it. So this might be a really good area to start looking for that contrarian play. But as a danger zone, you can just see these bounces getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Generally when that happens, this is just bound to break. And then we could actually see a capitulation into this region here. It may not get lower, but this is an area prime for investors to be very, very keen on looking at Cardano for the future. So right, looking at things a little bit different this week. You know me guys, I like to keep risk very, very small, especially when the market reflects that. So I'm looking for narratives and things that will actually pull up cryptos based on the big boys. And that is stacks right now for me. It is a layer 2 built on Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin moves, stacks will move. Same if it goes to the downside, stacks will move to the downside. But I've seen outperformance in stacks of late versus Bitcoin. So I'm keen on this one versus other cryptos that are just hunting for liquidity, whereas this one seems to be running with Bitcoin's liquidity. So very, very important. Stacks has a history of falling into these downtrends and then breaking up out of it. So this is a pretty good spot to start looking at that. It's actually made a lower low. It's now building a fairly significant bull divergence here. You can see price action dropping on the bodies there while the RSI is growing. We're sitting on volume. I think this is a really good spot to acquire stacks for that higher movement, but we're just going to have to wait and see on Bitcoin. For now, it is my cherry ripe. Now, continuing the theme of taking as little risk as possible in these markets, you have to be focused on Ethereum. We've got ETF futures coming up in October. So I'm really focused on this chart because I just think it holds less risk than all the other cryptos out there. So it is my one to watch. And I think she starts to move soon. She's grinding into support here. We're seeing another massive bull diversion start to gather here. If Bitcoin just shows a bit of stability here, I think Ethereum can pop through these moving averages, but I want to see it just get above the 20 and the 10, and then we could see that upside. But if Bitcoin nukes here, then we're going to this bar down here around 1300. That's just how it is going to be. It's going to dip into that liquidity, and that's going to be a really nice buy zone. But for now, I'm looking at Ethereum. I don't mind it at all, but it is one to watch. If you enjoyed this 90-second clip of the Altcoin Bible and want to watch the full in-depth version, which can be up to 10 to 15 minutes, where I dive into the charts and look at all the different permutations, make sure to become a newsletter subscriber and we'll send it directly to your email, also in the groups. It is well worth it. We send out a new newsletter every single Thursday. This week I'm focused on 2019 correlations, where we see Bitcoin sitting, the entry and exit points leading into ETF and the halving season. Very, very exciting, guys. Make sure to become a subscriber. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.